Make some choice. Go.
Over.
That's it.
It's muted.
I want to see all the drummers. Move your hands, make some noise. Come on, wake up the whole house. Good job. You can jump if you want to the rhythm. Yay, Miles, that's it. Rabbi Sachs, I don't see you drumming. What's going on? Yeah, those are nice drums. I haven't seen them before. Very cool. But you gotta hit them louder. You gotta wake up your mom and dad. Come on. Wow. Excellent job. Well, when we wake up in the morning, there's a really special prayer. We say thank you for a beautiful day. Thank you for everything that we have around us, and we're so grateful for it, for them. And we say Modeh Ani. Can you say Modeh Ani? Say it with me. Modeh Ani. Very good. And if you're a girl, you don't say Modeh Ani, you say Moda Ani. Can you say it with me? Moda Ani. All right, so now we're going to sing this song together. And if you're a girl, you say Moda. If you're a boy, you're going to say Modeh. Here we go. Sing along. You can dance. You can put your hands together. High five.
מודלי לפניך מלך חי וקיים שהחזרת בי נשמרתי בחמלה באמונתך.
Sing along, מודה.
מודה אני לפניך מלך חי וקיים.
Some good dancers here.
שהחזרת בי נשמרתי בחמלה באמונתך. מודה אני לפניך מלך חי וקיים שהחזרת בי נשמתי בחמלה באמונתך.
Sing with me.
מודה אני לפניך מלך חי וקיים שהחזרת בי נשמתי בחמלה באמונתך.
Here we switch.
תורה 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 ציווה לנו משה מורשת קהילת יעקב מורשת קהילת יעקב מורשת קהילת יעקב תורה ציווה לנו משה תורה ציווה לנו משה תורה 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 ציווה לנו משה מורשת קהילת יעקב מורשת קהילת יעקב מורשת קהילת יעקב תורה ציווה לנו משה מורשת קהילת יעקב מורשת קהילת יעקב.
Go crew! Look at him dance.
קהילת יעקב תורה ציווה לנו משה.
Yeah, that was fun. Put your hands together for yourselves. That was amazing. Wow. Lots of good dancers here.
Did you see that, Chazan? There's some amazing dancers. I saw Leo really dancing there, and is that Miles over there too? There are a lot of great dancers around.
I can't wait to have a real dance party, in person soon.
That'll be so nice.
So cool. So cool. Okay, okay. More singing, yeah? Let's do this one. This song is about... Oh, your controller fell down. Okay. Got the controller? Here we go. Okay. And Myers, I really like that microphone that you were using. That's really cool. Who knows the Shabbat song, the Shabbat Shalom song? Who knows that song? Everybody knows it? Yeah, Miles knows it. Yes, Olivia and... Okay.
Dylan.
Leo knows that.
Yes, you guys all know the song. Okay, so let's sing it together. Starts with beam bum, beam beam bum, beam 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 bum. Yes. Miles, take the microphone. You guys get ready for singing and dancing. This is a slower song, but we're gonna dance still. You can still dance. Yeah. Here we go. Put your hands together for the beam bum bricks. We're gonna build a house.
Okay.
Okay, all the way up to the ceiling. Beam. Beam, 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 bum. Sing along. Shabbat, Shabbat. Hey, Shabbat. Twice. Hey, hey. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, Shalom. Hey, hey. Shabbat, Shabbat,
Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom.
Shabbat, Shabbat. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom. Hey!
Shalom.
Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Hey! Twice! Hey, hey! Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Back to the beam bum bricks. Beam, bum, beam, 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 bum. Bim, 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 bum, chiri, biri, biri, bim, bum, bim, bibi, bum, bim, bibi, bim, bim, bum. And that was our Shabbat Shalom. I love that. So, Matan, you like that song? We sing it all the time, yeah. And here, he doesn't like it. But anyway, so here's another song about friendship, about being together, about having fun together, exactly the theme of today's program. And something tells me that you might even hear a story about something similar. And of course, doing good things together or not together. Doing good things is always a good thing, especially listening to your parents. That's one of the things that it's such a good thing to do. So we're going to do this song. It's called Hine Mato. Look how good it is when friends are sitting together and doing good things together. Hine Matov. Sing along. And kind of sway to the song. Like this. Like me. Can you do that? Wow. Groove and touch. That's really fast dancing for a slow song. Woo! Here we go, everyone. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. מתן, הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. That's a cool song. How about a song about, you know what, Passover? We just had Passover a few weeks ago. You remember that? I don't think we had really a chance to sing together Avadim Hayinu, which is one of my favorite songs. And Matan really learned that at the daycare. So let's do it now, okay? Avadim Hayinu, everyone sing along. It's a cool song from Passover, from the Haggadah. You can put your hands together or dance. Here we go.
עבדים היינו, היינו, אתה בני חורין, בני חורין. עבדים היינו, אתה בני חורין, בני חורין. עבדים היינו, אתה בני חורין, בני חורין. עבדים היינו, היינו, אתה בני חורין, בני חורין. עבדים היינו, אתה בני חורין. עבדים היינו, אתה בני חורין, בני חורין. אתה בני חורין, בני חורין.
Yeah, that's a cool one. And how about The Little Bunny? A song about a little bunny. Yeah? Look at Rabbi Sachs. He's showing us the little bunny. And this little bunny forgot to close the window and the door during the night. And guess what happened? It got cold and started sneezing. Yeah, started sneezing. It got a cold. So this little bunny had to learn how to sneeze. You little bunnies here on the call, do you know how to sneeze? Well, what do you do when you sneeze? You first of all, well, you look for Kleenex. Yes, that's very important. And and you say hachu, hachi, hachu. Yeah, these are all valid, good ways of sneezing. But what you do with, you have to do it in your sleeve, kind of. Yeah, hachu. Yes, can you do it with me? 1, 2, 3, big sneeze. Hachu. And one more. I want to see everyone to the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Now you're ready to sing this song. I think you'll make this bunny very proud if you do it right in your sleeve here. And then don't forget washing and sanitizing and all that stuff, yeah?
השפן הקטן שכח לסגור הדלת, הצטנן המסכן וקיבל נזלת. לה הצ'י, לה לה לה, הצ'י, לה לה לה, הצ'י, לה 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 לה, לה לה לה, הצ'י, לה לה לה, הצ'י, לה לה לה, הצ'י, לה 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 לה.
Good job, everyone. One more round. Here we go.
השפן הקטן שכח לסגור הדלת, הצטנן המסכן וקיבל נזלת. לה הצ'י, לה לה הצ'י, הצ'י, לה 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 לה. Again, לה 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 הצ'י, לה 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 הצ'י, לה 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 הצ'י, לה 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 לה. פלה פלם פאו.
Yay! Good job! We're all prepared for this pandemic now. We can all sneeze in our private homes, I guess. All right. We're moving on. Do we have another song? Time for another song? Ellie? We're okay for one more? Okay, one more song. So this song is about my favorite king. Do you know who's my favorite king? Oh, Achashverosh. Achashverosh was a good king, but not my favorite. Anyone else? And do you know any other kings? Yes, yes, crew, Taj. I don't know which one is you. Can't hear you. Veda.
Woo! And I know fun games to Mimic too.
Not a game.
I have to tell you, my favorite king, and you like this. His name
King
is...
George.
Oh, stop it, King. He was a good king too. King David. Have you heard of King David? One of the best kings Israel ever had, King David. And there's this song about King David. It's called David Melech Israel. Yes, David. Okay, let's sing this song together. That's going to be the last song for today. And then Eli's going to take over with some story. Yeah, David Melech Israel. Sing along and dance. This is like a dance party from the 60s. Put your hands together.
David מלך ישראל חי חי וקיים דוד מלך ישראל חי חי וקיים דוד מלך ישראל חי חי וקיים דוד מלך ישראל חי חי פיצה פאי דוד מלך ישראל חי חי וקיים 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 דוד מלך ישראל חי חי וקיים
Almost over. You have to shout out Chai in the very end. Chai! Woo! That was cool. That was so much fun singing and dancing with you guys.
You had such good dance.
All right, Ellie, back to you.
Okay, well, I need
Oh, yeah.
to get my chair back. Joey, is it time for you to say bye-bye to everybody? Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say thank you for the music, Tibby. Say thank you. Okay.
Thank you for the music, Superman.
Yeah. Yeah. That was so much fun, guys. You were all such good dancers. I'm so impressed with everybody. And do you guys know a lot of the songs that Cantor Tibby was singing? I think a lot of you knew them. So one of the songs that we were talking about was out being together and friendship. And I think right now we're all thinking a lot about how to take care of one another. So I have a really nice story and I'm going to share my screen with you, but I thought like it's story time. So now's a good time to get cozy, get your blankies. You have a stuffy that you like to read your stories with, maybe a little snack, glass of milk, and we're going to have some story time together. And this is a story that's actually from, you can find it through PJ Library as well. 1 second, let's share my screen. Okay, everyone. So I can see everybody with me. Oh, 1 sec, I'm gonna stop sharing and get to the beginning of my book. Because for some reason, I'm on page 11. Okay, everyone. We all ready for story time? Everybody looks nice and cozy. I see some pillows. I see some cuddling. Perfect. Okay, everyone. So we are going to read Mrs. Katz and Tush, except if she's from Winnipeg, it's pronounced Kate's. We're going to say Mrs. Katz. Okay, everyone. Let's see. We see some cozy people. Wonderful. Larnell didn't know Mrs. Katz very well, but almost every other day his mommy would stop in to see her after work. Since her husband died, she's so alone, his mom had told him. Mrs. Katz held tight to his mom's hand the day they looked at an old photo album. That's my husband Myron, said Mrs. Katz. He came from Poland like me a long time ago. We had such a life, such a life. And then her voice broke. We had no children, and I'll be all alone for Hanukkah and Passover. Guys, I feel like we were all sort of feeling a little bit like that this year. We were a little alone for the holidays. So I bet you know how Mrs. Katz felt. She was very sad. The next day, Larnell stopped in to see her himself. I've been thinking, he said. A cat had some kittens in the basement of our building. Oh, way to get cozy, Rabbi. A cat had some kittens in the basement of our building. We found someone to take them all except this one. She's the runt. Nobody wants her because she's so ugly. She doesn't even have a tail. Ugly, you say, Mrs. Katz said. My Myron was ugly too when he was little, but he grew up to be such a person. Mrs. Katz looked at the little kitten. Scrawny little Bubba, so small, no tail, she said as she examined the kitten closely. I don't know, she said doubtfully. Then she saw the look on Larnell's face. Larnell, I'll take her, she announced, but only if you'll come and help me with her. I've never had a cat before. Can you guys raise your hand if you've ever had a cat or a dog? Tibby has lots of kitties. And Rabbi Lewis has a doggie, and my dog was trying to sleep while we had our dance party. My dog also doesn't have a tail. Larnell promised. A good Yiddish name I'll give her, said Mrs. Katz. Let's see. She has no tail. All you see is her tush. That's it. We'll call her Tush. Little Tush grew healthy and strong. Mrs. Katz cooked for her, brushed her, knitted toys for her, and even read to her. Such a person, she'd say as she watched Tush play. Mrs. Katz was in love. Larnell kept his promise. He visited Mrs. Katz and Tush every day after school. There was always a fresh-baked kugel and a tall glass of milk waiting for him. But as much as he grew to love Tush, he also loved to listen to Mrs. Katz about the old country and the way times used to be. I come from Warsaw. That's in Poland, you know. I came here to work sewing dresses in the garment district for my cousin Moish. I didn't speak one word of English. Then how did you talk to people? Asked Larnell. I didn't, she answered. A lot. I cried in those days until I met Myron. He asked me to marry him after he tasted my kugel. I believe that, Larnell said as he ate some. Myron and I used to vacation in the Catskills, a borscht resort, you know, a place for Jews to stay. You mean Jews couldn't stay anywhere they wanted to? Larnell asked. Mrs. Katz didn't answer. Instead, she went to a trunk and pulled out some old clothes. My grandma told me about places she couldn't stay either, Larnell said softly. Larnell, your people and mine are alike, you know. Trouble we've seen, happiness too. Great strength we've had. You and I are alike, so much alike. Now where was I? Oh, yes, the Catskills. We used to dress every Sunday and have a costume ball, said Mrs. Katz. Then she put a record on the record player. It was old and scratched. You hear that, Larnell, she said? That is what we used to dance to. It's a dance from my homeland. Here, I'll show you. They whirled around the room and laughed and giggled. Guys, it's just like our dance party we just had. As the weeks passed, Larnell spent more and more time with Mrs. Katz. Since you're almost family to me, Larnell, she said one day, I want you should come with me to say Kaddish for my Myron. I know you're not Jewish, but Myron would have liked you. You're such a person, Larnell. At the cemetery, she read from her book. Then she asked Larnell to put a small rock on top of Mr. Katz's headstone. We do this to remember, she said softly. Shalom, my Myron, she murmured, and wiped tears from her face. On the way home, she announced, Kugel, such a kugel I baked for you today, Larnell. Raise your hand, guys, if you like kugel. I want to see who likes kugel in this group. I love kugel. There we go. The Wassermans love a good kugel. Hurry, Tush will be worried for us, she said as they walked. When they got home, they called and called for Tush, but she didn't come. They looked everywhere for her. Suddenly, Mrs. Katz gasped. The window to the fire escape was open. Oh no, she cried. I forgot to shut the window before I left. Poor Bobole, she's never been outside. We'll find her, Larnell tried to reassure her. She has been acting strange lately, Mrs. Katz said through her tears. She has been trying to get out, but I was afraid she would get hit by a car. I'll find her, Mrs. Katz, Larnell said. I won't let you down. It was getting dark. First, Mrs. Katz and Larnell looked around their building. Then they went everywhere in the neighborhood. They left notes on doors, telephone poles, and fences. They asked everyone who lived nearby, but no one had seen little Tush. That night it stormed. There was rain, awful, awful rain. Mrs. Katz hardly slept as she thought about her little Katale. She's such a person, she whispered. Larnell worried most of the night too. What will Mrs. Katz do, he thought. Please, God, bring that little cat back to her, he said softly into his pillow. A loud knock at the front door woke Mrs. Katz. It was Larnell's father and two neighbors. Is this yours? They asked. My Bobole, little Katale, Mrs. Katz exclaimed. We found her in the back alley, soaking wet and hungry, Mr. Moore said. Thank you, Mrs. Katz said as she took Tush in her arms. After a while, Tush no longer had the least desire to go outside again, but she slept a lot, even when Larnell came over to play with her. It was at my Aunt Chavela's Passover Seder that I met Myron. Did you know that? Mrs. Katz asked as she looked at Larnell. What good times they were, with lots and lots of family. Now it's just me, she said softly. Could I have Passover dinner with you, said Larnell. I thought you would never ask, she exclaimed as she hugged him close. Such a Seder I'll prepare for you. Passover is a time for good food, Mrs. Katz shouted as they edged their way through the crowd at the deli. Like your people, my people were slaves too. They lived in a country where they didn't want to be. They wanted freedom so much that they prayed to God to help them. So he sent an angel that brought death and sadness to the houses of our captors. But the angel did not visit the house of my people. How did the angel know where the Jews lived? Larnell asked. Does anybody know the answer? If you know the answer, can you shout it out? Can you unmute yourselves? How did the people in Passover get saved? Oh, someone's trying to unmute. Okay, well, so Mrs. Katz is going to say, they marked the doors when the angel passed over, Larnell. That's why we call this time of celebration Passover. So Larnell, we have a big feast to celebrate, but we also remember those who suffered so we could be free. Part of this dinner is sad, and part of it is happy. As Larnell helped get out the linens and china, Mrs. Katz said, you see this tablecloth? This was our wedding chuppah, our canopy. For all these years, we've used it for holy days and celebrations. How come you use so many different dishes? Larnell asked. Because some Jews don't eat dairy and meat off the same dishes, she answered. When they sat down to Seder together, Mrs. Katz lit 2 candles and waved her hands over them. She read from her book, said prayers, and smiled and said, let the feast begin. They drank red wine and water. They ate bitter herbs, lamb and chicken. They also had gefilte fish and spicy chopped apples with potato pancakes. This bread looks like a soda cracker, Larnell exclaimed. We call it matzah, dear. We eat it at Passover. It's flat because there's no yeast in it, so it doesn't rise. Larnell, I've hidden one piece of the matzah here in the apartment. If you can find it, I have a surprise for you. The surprise was a hand-knit sweater that she made just for him. The next day, Mrs. Katz yelled out her back window to Larnell's apartment, come quick already, something wonderful. Larnell and his mom and dad rushed to her door. The angel of death passed over, but the angel of life didn't. Mazel tov tush, 4 babies. At last, I am a booby. As the years passed, Mrs. Katz Tush and her descendants became part of Larnell's family. There were graduations, weddings, new babies, and finally a Kaddish. Larnell stood in front of the headstone. He read from her book. He placed a small rock on top of her headstone. Then he, his wife, and their children read the inscription together. Mrs. Katz, our bubby, such a person. What did you guys think of that story? Was it a nice story about friendship and taking care of one another? Before we go, I thought maybe you guys could unmute yourselves and let me know or tell everybody if there's something that you've done that was really nice for a friend or a neighbor or your boobies and zadies. What's a good deed you've done, especially while we've all been at home? Rabbi Lewis, have you done any good deeds?
Great grandmother, my a postcard.
What did you do?
I sent my great grandmother a postcard.
That's so
Wow,
nice.
that's such a nice thing to do.
Oh, I bet she
Wow.
loved it. Did anybody else do
Did she
something
send you one
nice?
back?
Yeah. Can I hang up?
I've tried to help keep the house a little bit cleaner since we're spending so much time in it. So to make sure my mess doesn't extend beyond my my own room into other areas of the house.
So that's a good deed you did for your best friend who lives with you. She appreciates it.
Yes.
Yeah. Matan, have you done anything good for a friend or a family member? I bet you have.
He does good things. Yeah.
I bet he does. But you can think about it because Eva has her hand up anyway. Go ahead, Eva.
I help my mom take care of my cat.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Oh,
What's
What
your
a nice
name?
deed.
Did you say?
What's your cat's name?
I don't know how to say it in English.
You can say it in your language.
we couldn't hear you, Eva. What's the name of the cat?
Simma.
Simma.
Love it.
I have a cat that's named very close to your cat. My cat is Simba. Hey.
And Cruz, your hand up or are you stretching?
Oh. And we see you, Miles. We'll do you next, I promise.
I made a birthday card for Roxy.
Oh, birthday card. That's so nice.
So thoughtful.
And Miles, he had his hand up.
Go ahead, Miles.
I made necklaces for my friends.
Wow.
Wow. That's so nice.
Yeah.
I think we have a really,
Wow.
really
What a
nice
little
kids club here, guys.
doers.
I have to tell you, Rabbi Sachs did something really nice. A nice mitzvah. He gave me this t-shirt a few years ago as a gift. And I can wear it today. And that's the true.
That was when we had our superhero Shabbat dinner and we all got to dress up like our favorite superheroes. And I cannot wait till we get to come back in person and do programs like that again and have our PJ Shabbat meals and our superhero and our all sorts of other fun themed family Shabbat meals at the synagogue. I cannot wait.
I don't think any of us can wait anymore. We're ready. We're ready for real play dates, right, guys?
Yay.
Yeah. Well,
Play date?
I see some
I
thumbs
loved
up.
in the story, Ellie, how they found things in common. I'm wondering if any of the kids here, have you guys ever made a friend with somebody that you had a lot in common with, but you didn't necessarily expect that you did?
I can tell
I
you guys,
see a
one of
few
my
hands.
best friends is 65 years old, and we both had a dog, and we would walk our dogs together. And then once her doggie passed away, she still comes over once a week to walk my doggie. And we've become really good friends, even though she's not Jewish. We're from different cities. We're very different ages. And we found out that our love of doggies has made us really good friends. Anything like that for you guys?
I have a very similar story. I have a friend, and when I first met him, I didn't think we had a lot in common because he was from like Romania and he was like 150 years old and he sang a lot. And I'm not a big singer myself, but it turns out we both love doing Jewish programming for youth and for families. And now Chazan Kavari and I are like best friends.
That landed
Right,
so
Matan? How old's your Abba? 150?
125. You were right on.
Oh, I was off by a few years.
On one side, then 125 on the other side. Yeah.
Okay.
Do any of our friends have anything else they'd like to share? Any stories? And it's okay if you don't right now, because we have 3 weeks to get to know each other a lot better. And maybe you'll get even more comfy talking in front of our group. Next week, I'm super excited. We have mad science coming, and we're going to be doing experiments together in our homes. So look out in your emails, mummies and daddies and bubbies and zadies, because I'll be sending you just a little list of things that you should have in your home already. And we're going to do some experiments together. It's going to be super fun. And then our last time, we are going to do some baking with me. So get ready to bake some cookies as well. I think it's almost lunchtime for a lot of our friends here. So it might be time almost to go. But I wonder if we could ask Tibby to do like one more short song with us to end the program.
A song? Okay, so give me a second.
I'm
I
putting him
got
on
to
the
turn on
spot,
the
guys.
cell phone somehow then. Okay,
While it gets that ready, we'll just say to parents, we're trying to come up with ways we can be involved and help you in your homes and programming like this. And if you have any suggestions for programs you would like to see until we can get back together in person outside, God willing, in a few weeks when this next round is lifted, please let us know if you have any program ideas, suggestions, things we can do that you think you will enjoy and your kids will enjoy. Please reach out to me and Ellie and let us know.
one song. Because Passover was mentioned at least a couple of times in previous song as well in the story. And it's still not far enough for us to do one of our favorites. Who likes the song Dayenu? Raise your hand if you know Dayenu. Raise your hand. I know you guys like this song. I know that. So we're gonna do Dayenu, okay? And I expect everyone really sing along, dance. We're gonna do kind of a Disney style Dayenu, okay? Here we go. Just imagine we're sitting at the Seder table with the books open and we sing.
אילו אילו הוציאנו ממצרים ולא עשה בהם שפטים דיינו אילו הוציאנו ממצרים ולא עשה בהם שפטים דיינו.
Here's your turn.
דיינו דיינו אילו נתן לנו את השבת דיינו. That would have been enough if Hashem would have given us just a Shabbat. Yeah, but we got so much from him. Shabbat and Torah and wonderful friends and good deeds, opportunities to do good deeds. Dayenu, 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 dayenu. Sing along. Dayenu, Nina, I can't see you. נתן לנו את התורה דיינו.
Eva's got some good dance moves.
נתן לנו את התורה, נתן לנו את התורה דיינו.
Everyone!
דיינו, דיינו.
I don't remember who that is with Olivia, but look at those dance moves and the clapping. I love it.
דיינו, דיינו.
Crew's got a friend dancing with him. Wow.
Once more.
And Miles is drumming with us. I love it, Miles.
My 7 is called Einstein.
Dayenu, 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 dayenu.
Can we do a big finish on this song?
Go Matan.
Dayenu, dayenu.
Yay! Bravo! Good job, everyone.
Way to go. Thank you so much to Tibby and for Rabbi Lewis for joining us. All of our friends for singing and dancing and listening to our story. I can't wait to see you all again next week. We'll see you all soon.
Can we all give each other a big wave and say lehitraot? That means see you later. Lehitraot, everybody.
Or you can say, see you later, alligator.
Alligator.
Oh. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
This was wonderful. Thank you so much.
It's our
Thanks,
pleasure.
everybody.
Have a great
Thank
week.
you. See you next time.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Eva. Bye, Nina.
Bye.
Bye, crew. And say bye to Taj for us. And bye, Matan and Miles.
I'm gonna close it.
Gary.
Bye, Gary.
Hope you learned something new today.
Bye.
I always learn something new every day.
Perfect.
So wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.